Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here. Gennady Golovkin versus Sergiy Derevyanchenko is official for October the 5th. This fight takes place at the Madison Square Garden in New York, and it is for the vacant IBF middleweight title that was stripped from Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, I've got to say, I really like this fight. I'm sure there's some people out there who are going to moan, but realistically it's a good fight. First and foremost, Golovkin, as we know, being one of the elite middleweights for the past 10 years. He was the number one rated middleweight in the not too distant past, and ultimately he's still an elite level guy in the division. As for Derevyanchenko, he himself is a top 10 contender. He's ranked highly. You know, he's been in there with the likes of Danny Jacobs. Although he lost that fight, he was very competitive, and in that fight he proved he belonged at like elite top 10 level. So Derevyanchenko in his own right is a good fighter, and listen, I am looking forward to this fight. Stylistically, this one should gel really well. Ultimately, we all know what Golovkin is about. He's an aggressive, seek and destroy type fighter who is technically sound. He's got a ramrod jab, and he will try to walk you down and beat you up behind that jab. I know I am simplifying Golovkin's style, but you know, just for the sake of this video. And as for Derevyanchenko, he himself, in essence, is an aggressive fighter. He is very comfortable in the pocket, defensively and offensively. Beautiful combinations up close, short punches, uppercuts, body shots. The guy is beautiful to watch on the inside, and he packs a punch himself. You know, stylistically, an aggressive fighter like Golovkin against a guy who likes to sit in the pocket like Derevyanchenko, this one should make for a great TV fight. It really should. And listen, naturally I favour Golovkin. He's the more proven guy, and ultimately I believe he is a more versatile fighter, a more skilled fighter, but I really don't expect Golovkin to have it all his own way here. I believe Derevyanchenko will have his success. I believe he will find the target, and fairly often, and he'll land good shots. He'll land several eye-catching shots, head-snapping shots, especially on the inside. If Golovkin sits on his chest, don't be surprised to see Derevyanchenko land some really good snappy combinations up close. But ultimately, you know, I still favour Golovkin to win this one. But I do believe it will be a tough fight, and I expect it to be tougher than people expect. You know, I've seen a few people online suggest this is a blowout. I totally disagree. I do totally disagree. I believe Derevyanchenko will be competitive in this fight. You know, I know he lost against Jacobs, but in that fight he proved he's a good top 10 level middleweight. You know, in that Danny Jacobs fight, in fact, the knockdown was the only difference for me. I actually scored that fight 6 rounds each, but the knockdown won it for Jacobs on my card. So listen, the dude is operating at a good level. The guy himself, like Golovkin, was a very good amateur. The guy's no scrub. The guy knows what he's doing. This guy is not going to get blown out. If he does, I would be very surprised, and I would give Golovkin a lot of credit. You know, I don't hate this fight. I like this fight. Stylistically, I like it, and I'm looking forward to it. And by the way, I felt the same way about Canelo versus Derevyanchenko. You know, I felt that was a good fight. I just see Derevyanchenko as a good top 10 contender, and ultimately, my criteria has always been, as an elite level fighter, at minimum you should be fighting top 10 contenders in your division. Either unifications, mandatories, or top 10 contenders. This obviously in essence is a mandatory, and it's a recognised top 10 contender. So I've got no problem with this fight. I think it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fireworks. But yeah, I do favour Golovkin in this one. Share your thoughts below. I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts on this fight. Do you believe an upset is possible? or like me, are you leaning towards the favourite and the more proven in Gennady Golovkin? Share your thoughts below. Peace.